totally believe that I can run a faster 40 than Najee Harris.
Yeah, no.
Like I would
Sign
like
me up,
bro,
coach.
I would put money on it. You know what I'm saying? I put money on that. I believe that I totally can outrun a Najee Harris in a
Yeah.
40-yard dash, bro.
No.
Dude looks so terrible. The vision's gone. Elusiveness, never had it. Quickness, speed, all stuff, it's nothing. I don't know if he's playing hurt or he's just getting exposed because he don't look like the guy he did last year. Last year, at least there were some glimpses of possible greatness.
Welcome in to Stay in Bounds, the sports podcast of the people. I'm your host, Corey P, here alongside Howard. How you doing?
What's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
And K-Wall, welcome back after a sick week. How you doing?
We called it comeback, you know. I'm back. I thought I had something slick to say.
Well, so, as we've been going on, we've been kind of keeping track starting week 2, of every week of our picks. Last week, K-Wall came in with an impressive 10-5. How you feel about that?
That was good, bro. I was so out of it, man. I was so sick. I really didn't watch much of any games that didn't have anything with my fantasy players in it, but 10-5 is cool. 500 is good, man. I mean,
over 500.
Over 500.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. For me, I came in a little 9-6.
Stay in school.
Yeah, I came in 9-6. I'm a little, it's cool. At least it's, I'm over 500. I'm low key creeping back in. But Howard with the impressive 13-2. What you feeling about that?
I would feel a lot better if the NFL would come out and tell us that Deshaun Watson's not going to play 30 minutes before a game. Like, let's do a couple hours because 13-2 is cool, but that cost me $1,400 on a parlay. So I'm excited about that one.
I thought they had to rule guys out or in like 90 minutes before the game. I thought they had to.
I don't know.
They did that shit literally like right before kickoff. He said, "Breaking news: Deshaun Watson's not playing." I'm like, wait, whoa. Everything's already in.
Well, so on the season so far, K-Wall, you 23-22. I'm 22-23, and Howard is an impressive 30-15. So, Howard, right now, if you betting and you listening, you might want to start listening to Howard. All right, so Thursday night, we had a underwhelming game. Justin Fields got back on track. DJ Moore had a big explosive game. What was it, like 8 for 230 and like 3 touchdowns, which was very impressive. But the Chicago Bears beat the Washington Commanders 40-20. What y'all think about this game?
You got to give him his flowers. Give Fields his flowers. You know what I'm saying? He's put up like almost 900 yards or like 800 yards passing his past 2 games alone. He's getting it done on the ground. He's looking like that stretch of the season last year where he went crazy for like 3 games or like that. So I think they're a young team, new coaching staff, new everything. They're just trying to work the kinks out. But you got to take it with a grain of salt, though. Denver and Washington has a lot of guys on paper, but their defense as a whole is like a trash bin. They've been getting cooked all year long by folks. You know what I'm saying? So, and Denver historically is on pace to be the worst defense ever assembled in the history of time. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But he's taking advantage of his matchups. He's making the easy throws, putting himself in a position to make competent throws. Rolling out of the pocket, his line's holding up a little bit, but I give him his flowers, man. He had a good game, man. I got to see him against, a legitimate squad and see if he can make those same throws, make that same decision making.
Howard?
Yeah, for Justin Fields, good for you, man. You stay alive. You stay in that L for another week. It's week to week for you, bro. You got to put that case together. And for Bears fans, I'd be pissed. Why are we winning? Just like Arizona fans, why are we winning games right now? Why? So I don't know, because Caleb Williams, I keep watching this guy play. He is so impressive. He really is so smooth. So to win for Justin Fields, it's a hell of a loss for the Bears organization.
So if you're the Bears, right, would you prefer having, let's say, Justin Fields take that next step where he could become a franchise quarterback, and that way you can use that draft capital on Marvin Harrison Jr. to be exact, or maybe some more line help? Or do you think necessarily getting that that quarterback that's going to change life is more important than having just a franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
difference.
bro. I don't know, bro. I didn't think about it like that till you bring it up just now. But being a Bears fan is probably gotta suck because you can't win.
Yeah.
Because what if Justin Fields really is taking that turn to being an elite quarterback, and you send him somewhere, banking that Caleb is going to be the guy? And we've seen it all the time. Guys go out number one, and it just doesn't translate.
Yeah.
There's a chance that Caleb Williams comes to the NFL and looks like dog shit, like some guys have. You know what I'm saying? But then there's Justin Fields where you sent him away, you know, and he's an elite quarterback, you know. So that is a good question, or right that. But at the same time, what if Justin Fields just is having a good string of games or right that, and he's just that middling guy, and Caleb Williams is a generational talent. But at the same time, I don't think the Bears can develop, like say like a Caleb Williams. There's nothing that coaching staff gives them outside of I don't know what they give them to develop these guys because nobody on that squad, nobody there is developing in
And,
Chicago.
and let me
You know what I'm
ask
saying?
another question about like the whole Caleb Williams saga, where he's talking about like he may not leave if certain teams get the pick or whatever.
He
Do
was
you think
talking
that's
about
smart?
Chicago.
Huh?
He was talking about Chicago.
But do you think that's a smart way to play it? Because you got to realize if he's really like generational as he's looking, all that stuff, he's going to go to a bad franchise no matter what, whether he wait this year, next year, or whatever. So do you think it's smart just to wait an extra year, or do you think he should just go ahead and come out?
Yeah, I think it's smart for him. We've seen it all the time where people come into really bad situations and they never get that second contract. Because that is the whole deal for any player in the NFL. You have to get to that second deal. You have to get to that second deal. And for him, if all these teams that he doesn't want to play for need quarterbacks, there's a slew of quarterbacks coming out this year. They're gonna draft a quarterback. So
you
he
got
just
Drake May, Ewers.
yeah.
There's a bunch of guys coming out. You know what I'm saying?
So
But the thing that separates Williams from him is all those guys are any other year. All those guys could be the number one pick. They're that good. But Caleb Williams isn't like a class by himself type good. So even if he doesn't go out this year, he could sit out next year in college and still come out and be number one. Anthony Richardson missed like his last year and a half of college football and got drafted number 5 overall.
So my
You know?
point is like he's going to go to a bad franchise either way, right? Let's say Arizona, right? Let's say y'all are just straight done with Kyler, right? Y'all got a really good team, but y'all only can go so far without like a quarterback. So if he was trying to avoid Arizona this year, it'd probably be the exact same thing next year in that situation. Or let's say on the real us, Carolina be exact. I mean, we'll probably if he was there, we'll probably consider it. But let's say he wait 1 year. He might end up with us because we're not gonna get that much better in 1 year. Many teams aren't gonna get that much better in 1 year. Like, so
what do you think the Carolina Panthers would do? Like, say you guys ended up with the number 1 pick this year. In a hypothetical world, I know it's not possible.
Yeah,
I'm saying hypothetically, yeah. If you had the number 1 pick this year, right, and Bryce continues to look like how he does right now, what do you think they would do?
I think it would be. I think it would be a real consideration because.
But you know what you could get for that number 1 pick if you trade that?
True.
Oh my god, dude! But that's like franchise changing kind of move. You could get a legitimate King's ransom for a pick like that. That number 1 receiver you want, got him.
See,
whoever picks you want, you got him.
To me, if you get a generational talent, if you get Andrew Luck, Peyton, or whatever, you take them. You don't give that up. You take them, you build a team around them, and you figure it out. So I don't know, man, but I guess we'll see what he decides to do. To me, I think he's just come out. I mean, yeah, he's going to go to a bad franchise, but if he's really the generational talent,
But you know what's keeping him not worried about going to the NFL right away.
Oh yeah, the money.
Yeah, it's the money. If he wasn't making no money in college, he would have been like, "Well, fuck it, I'm going. I got to go get my bag." But he's making like $5 million a year to play college football. I think you're not tripping about that. He can pick when he wants to come out now.
If I see that Arizona team, yeah, all right, them paying for lunch, all that bad, whatever. But if I see that Arizona team on the field, that team look like a team that can win with some talent. I mean, with a quarterback.
Yeah, because they're not barren when it comes to talent. You know what I'm saying? You got James Conner, you got Hollywood, that kid Mike Wilson or like that. Yeah. Looks decent. Like there's pieces. You know what I'm saying? You go to Chicago, I mean, yeah, it is a little barren. And it looks like a squad kind of taped together a little bit outside of DJ Moore,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's a shittier situation. But I don't know. Me personally, I would be coming out
Yeah, I
because either
would.
way, you're gonna get your money. First and 15th gonna come crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So, all right, let's move on into week 5. Week 5, this first week of buys, we got a few teams on buys, so we're gonna get into the games that we got. So, starting off this week, we're gonna start off with the New Orleans Saints versus New England. In this game, it's looking like Derek Carr gonna play, but it's still
Yeah,
some
they
questions.
haven't. Yeah, they
For
haven't
the love of
said.
God,
Yeah, still some
love of
questions
God, I
about
hope he's
that.
okay.
For the New England side, we know Mac Jones is back in the lineup after being pulled last week. Obviously, this is going to be a game more of defense, I feel like. So, what y'all feeling on this game?
For my own personal gain, I hope Derek Carr sits out because I need James. I need James to hit the slant god Mike Thomas like 30 times this game. And Christian Gonzalez is done for the season. They
Yeah.
lost
R.I.P.
I think Matthew Judon
Yeah,
is
he's
out
done.
indefinitely. They went and
Yep.
traded for J.C. Jackson. Cool. You know what I'm saying? They basically didn't sign him, let him go to San Diego or let him go to LA, and then gave LA a pick just to bring that same contract that they didn't want to sign him to back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
LA
But
had to eat a lot of that salary though.
yeah, I don't know the specifics between who did what, but they're gonna be paying him in some way,
Oh
shape,
yeah,
or form.
still paying
He's
him. Yeah.
receiving 2 checks from 2 different teams. That's probably gonna be
Hey,
amazing. That's gonna be dope. To receive a
hey.
check from somewhere you're not even playing. But I'm this game is in New England. I'm gonna take New England
Oh, you.
solely on the fact that there hasn't been many times I've seen him play well, but if there's ever a time where Mac has to kind of show something, you know what I'm saying? Because Bill can only keep losing so much. It's gonna drive himself mad. He's gonna have to make a switch. You know what I'm saying? If there's ever a time for him to show up against a formidable opponent in the Saints, this would be this week. And I'm just taking this on a hutch. I don't really have much backstory behind why I'm doing it. This just feels like a low scoring 13-10, 13-7 game. I think New England squeezes one out.
Huh, that's it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel
this
dirty about
really,
it.
this one really, it kind of sucks. We got to pick this because this one really hinges on if Derek Carr's playing for me.
Yeah.
Derek Carr plays, I'm picking New Orleans all day long. If he doesn't play, I still think they can win it. I think Alvin Kamara being back, it's going to change some things. Bill's historically had a problem with Alvin Kamara. He doesn't really have a scheme or a game plan for him. He's broke him down a bunch. So I'm
Judon being
gonna
able makes it a little bit easier
yeah, I
too.
know. Like
Makes
if
it hard,
Judon
yeah.
was playing, I would definitely pick the Patriots. But there's just too many injuries, and you know what? That offense does not believe in Mac Jones. I watched that last game, the last pick he threw, where he ran to the right side,
Oh
looked
yeah,
and just chucked it at the
that shit
sideline.
used to
I was
work in
like,
that shit used to work at recess in elementary, but
boy, like, and then they pan over to everyone's face, and they're all just like, "Yep, this is it." Put Zappy in the game, so yeah, I just don't. I think New England's defeated right now, so yeah, give me the Saints. They need it.
After what we talked about earlier, it's harder to go against Howard, but I'm actually going to do it. I think I'm going against man. What? I just feel like in this game, if Derek Carr play, he's going to be hindered by his shoulder. If he don't play, obviously Jameis going to throw up a couple of picks.
Oh, you know that.
It's just who he is.
That's money.
I just I'm just gonna have faith in it that like I feel like they're gonna dumb down the offense this week. I feel like they're gonna dumb down the offense, let Mac, not necessarily worry about downfield. Let's get the little slants, let's get the little underneath routes. And I think they're gonna creep it out. I think it's going like Halo said, probably a low scoring game, maybe like 16-13, something stupid like that. A bunch of field goals in this game. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
It's
definitely.
just like I feel like all signs point to New Orleans steamrolling them, but it's just like
Yeah,
I don't know. I hate this game. I hate that this is what we start off with. This one, I'm just gonna take New England, bro.
I try to get the little ugly duckling out the way first because, I'm just gonna go New England. We can move on from this. All right, going next, we got Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. And Lamar been looking decent. I think in this game he's supposed to get OBJ back or whatever.
Yep.
Mark Andrews, obviously Mark Andrews. And it's looking like Zay Flowers is taking over as that number one receiver. He do a lot of underneath stuff, allow Lamar to get a little quick throws in. Um, I think Justice Hill or Gus Edwards. I think they're coming back. Um,
Yes.
yeah, from the Pittsburgh side, I don't know. There's reports saying that Kenny's going to play. We thought we was going to get a week of Trubisky. Um, yeah, there's not much to say about Pittsburgh. I mean, they got an elite defense, but past that, Pittsburgh offense is just putrid. So we're trying to figure that out. So what y'all think about this game?
So I'm just gonna put this out here. As long as Matt Canada is still offensive coordinator of Pittsburgh, I'm not picking them against any offense that's gonna put up 20 or more points. And the Ravens, Lamar's had a good start to the season, 3-1. The game in Indy, that was whatever. It happens. Everyone drops a game, but for the most part, Lamar's played well, and he's had to deal with injuries, and he's gotten through it. Division opponent, it's going to be a harder game, but I honestly, I really don't think they have any difficulty beating this Pittsburgh team because this offense is so bad. I really don't know what's worse than watching them play or watching the Bears because the Bears is tough.
At least the Bears are fun.
Yeah.
At least the Bears are fun. At least they're exciting. Whether it be them throwing 50-yard bombs for picks, at least it's exciting. Watching this, like you're alluding to, dude, this is like death by 1,000 needles. You know what I'm saying?
1940s football. If they're not running for 2 yards and putting and field position and hoping their defense gets them a turnover where they're in good field position, it's horrible. It's really horrible. Give me the Ravens. They're better team. Up and down. Just give me the Ravens. There's not much.
Yeah, facts. 100%. I'm on how. I know the Steelers. The last 6 times they've met, the Steelers are 5-1. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, like I would say, it's a divisional game. It's going to be tough regardless. Both these teams have elite level defenses, right? But I just feel like Lamar is on another level right now. He's playing crazy football. He has no picks yet. Hasn't thrown a pick this whole season. He's top 3 in QBR, top 3 in yards, rushing yards. He's already up there. Touchdowns. So even if he's not getting it done in the air, he's doing it with his legs. They have that platoon of running backs that they send out there. They have a better line. Their defense is ball hawking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see Pickett, even him being hindered and all, be bone bruised. Even if he was 100%, I don't see Pickett getting anything done through the air because nobody's getting anything done through the air on the Ravens. And I totally believe that I can run a faster 40 than Najee Harris.
Yeah, no.
Like I would put money on it. You know what I'm saying? I put money on that. I believe that I totally can outrun a Najee Harris.
Yeah.
At a 40-yard dash, bro. Dude looks so terrible. The vision's gone. Elusiveness, never had it. Quickness, speed, all stuff, it's nothing. I don't know if he's playing hurt or he's just getting exposed because he don't look like the guy he did last year. Last year, at least there were some glimpses of possible greatness. This year, he looks terrible. Jalen Warren, I think because they picked Najee so high in the draft, they got to keep toting him out there. But if they didn't owe Najee anything, like Najee was like a 3rd-round pick or something, that, Jalen Warren would be starting. And that's the only thing that's been saving Kenny Pickett's ass, moving the chains, is when Warren can get a catch and pull it. And I think they do miss Deontay Johnson a lot more than they thought they would. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a lot of those easier passes. But, yeah, I don't think they're – I'm not going to say that they're going to come in there and roll the Steelers because Mike Tomlin don't get rolled like that, but they're going to win.
I feel like this is our first trap game of the week. I feel like this is like a trap game. It's like I want to I kind of want to go with Pittsburgh. I feel like it's just a trap game. I feel like something will happen because it's like I feel like the games you feel like Lamar should win. Sometimes he let you down, and then it's like, and then it's just like the games that you feel like Pittsburgh should automatically lose. They just step up for some reason, like that Cleveland game where they got a late turnover that just happened to win them the game. But I'm definitely gonna go Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm gonna say safe.
I was about to say, buddy, it's a trap.
I was ready for it.
I'm gonna say safe. I'm gonna say safe because, like you said, Najee. Like you say, last year it's like even after he came back from that foot injury, he was still looking slow, and it just seems like he has never gotten him back. It's like I feel like they want to use him as if he's like a Derrick Henry or something. but he's just not. He can't get up the middle. He can't like right now. He's looking like later year Zeke, like how Zeke was looking last year. It's just
Yeah, I mean, I'll cut them a break in the sense of that their line isn't good for run blocking. You know what I'm saying? But there's times when they do make those holes for him, and dude just runs right into the back of his offensive lineman.
because
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
I feel like his decision making is not there. I feel like he thinks he's like Le'Veon Bell, like prime Le'Veon Bell, or Le'Veon Bell could
I
wait,
don't know.
find a hole.
The thing about this offense is it's pivotal to get the ground game established.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To take that pressure off Pickett. So if they can get the ground game run, then you got Pickett up there throwing 30, 35 times a game. And I think they would like for him to throw maybe 25 times a game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
To
no,
help him build confidence. Because off the rip, he got to come out there and go 3 and out. Every single game. They go out there, they go 3 and out. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out every single time.
By the way, that's plus 550 odds on DraftKings 3 and out.
oh wow. Yeah,
Just
nah,
saying,
but
right?
you're definitely in the right ballpark. Then they get Jalen Warren the ball a lot more because every time it seemed like every time Jalen Warren touched the ball, it's like 7 yard pickup, 7 yard pickup. It's like constant. They need to get Jalen Warren the ball. They need to get Pickens the ball a lot more, and then I don't know Kenny Pickett.
Getting Warren the ball is a lot easier than getting Pickens the ball because the way they're scheming up Pickens is it's like either to the sideline, you know what I'm saying? Cross body throws to the sideline, or it's some deep cross over the middle. And that's just asking too much of Pickett because they don't have the time in the pocket to let that kind
Yeah,
of stuff develop. And he doesn't have the touch on his throws to hit him on that sideline back shoulder shit that they keep drawing up. That's why it's sailing into the stands every time.
yeah,
You know,
this offense is terrible. Moving on. So this next game is a game for I believe both are 1-3. And this is Denver versus the Jets. Russell Wilson is obviously, I don't know, he's kind of washed. He's way out his prime. He's not the Russell Wilson of the past.
right?
And a lot of I don't know, a lot of their mistakes come from him. He's just not that guy. They saying Javante might play. Um Yeah, so I don't know. That's all you can say about Denver. For the Jets, it's looking promising because Zach Wilson finally had a week where he finally looking like the number 2 overall pick in a sense.
Yeah.
He got Garrett Wilson involved. He got Lazard involved. He got Cobb involved. Brees is that boy. If you get Brees the ball, he's going to make something happen. And that defense is legit. That defense is legit. So where y'all going with this game?
There's few defenses in the league where your offense probably could score no points and your defense might do enough scoring for you to win. And I think that's the Jets D right there. I'm gonna take the Jets because I feel like Zach Wilson. I'm not saying that he's gonna become great. I feel like that was a good confidence booster, even though they lost. I think if they continue to do like what they're doing and giving him some layup throws to make or like that, I think he can keep the ball moving. And now Brees, the shackles are off Brees. There's no holding them back. They're about to unleash him this week. So if there's ever a time for him to run on anybody, it's his Broncos team. So not too much to say on this one, but yeah, I'm taking the Jets.
Howard?
Yeah, this has to do with how bad Russell Wilson is.
He's actually not playing that bad.
Nah, he's horrible.
I don't know. I don't know. The times when I pitch him, he looks okay to me.
All his good stats are garbage time, prevent defense. Yeah, like I'm telling you, I watched him in the beginning of the game. It's brutal. Anyways, Russell Wilson's horrible. Jets defense, probably the best defense in the league. I'm gonna go there and say it. They forced Josh Allen on 4 turnovers. Pat Mahomes had 3 turnovers. That I don't care what anyone says. That was a 3rd pick. That wasn't but anyways, they're forcing the best quarterbacks to turn the ball over. Oh, they're gonna have a heyday with Russ. What? I mean, come on. And then Zach Wilson. I mean, you had a pretty good game against Kansas City's defense, and you can build off this because Denver's defense is historically bad. K-Wall said earlier, they're historically bad. They gave up 70 points. I understand Miami's good, but they're not 70 points good. So, it's I kind of and by the way, gonna put this out here again. DraftKings, the Jets are plus 128 right now. So, I mean, I hammered it already. I'm guessing you all should because the Jets will win this game.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Jets in this game. Also, I just don't see like yeah, Russell Wilson has his moments, but it's always playing from behind. This is never
You're
like from the beginning of the game where Russell Wilson is being that guy. Um, so if I'm in this game, I see the Jets. They just got too much talent. I don't really see the Broncos putting that much pressure. I see them giving Zach Wilson time. And obviously they got the Jets got the best receiver in Garrett Wilson. And with that defense, I don't really see. And I feel like that defense is they're still running off hots from last week. Because some say it's a hole, some say it's not. I feel like they still feel like they should have at least had a chance.
Also, you gotta look at the implications of this game too, right? Sean Payton was talking shit about Hackett before the season even started. Remember, he said everything that Hackett implemented, we're doing the complete opposite of it. You know what I'm saying? Out it. So I saw this thing where they said that they want to punch their teeth in. They want to win this game bad for him or like that.
They should, because Sean Payton hasn't done nothing different.
Nothing. And do you know how much the Wallens have spent on this team? Not only acquiring it, but the money they pumped into this team to make them that. And this is the product that they're sending out every single week. Because this isn't a young roster either. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of highly paid older vets on a team that's getting cooked week in and week out.
And they traded Randy Gregory too. I don't know how they traded him
To the fucking Niners.
Yeah, I know.
Like they need Randy Gregory. Bro. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, nah, that's a team that's not doing like I don't know. Sean Payton, it's not like he came in and made the difference. Like I don't know, because this kind of bring it back into like a conversation if what's more important, the quarterback or the coach, and like
I'll give it to them though. I'll give it to them. They're scoring. They're averaging. They're averaging over 20 points a game. So it's not the offense.
no, but they're scoring from behind.
I know. So
It's not like they're coming out. Yeah,
but the defense is just getting cooked. There's nothing about it. And I thought going into the season, I thought the Broncos were one of the better units in the league. You know what I'm saying? Clearly not.
Yeah, nah, but I don't know, bro. That game is just
That's crazy though. The Jets are the underdog. That's wild.
Plus 114. They just changed it.
yeah, that's absolutely crazy. No, I just don't see. I don't know. Denver. It's like because even that game where they beat Chicago, that they had to come all the way from behind, and Chicago pretty much gave that game away. It's not like they're like coming out, but I don't know. We'll move on. All right, so we got a game that I wanted to put as my Sunday shootout this week, but I'm gonna save that for a different game. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna put this one as it. This is gonna be my Sunday shootout this week. Kansas City versus the Vikings. I feel like they're gonna be points in this game. So
yeah,
one would think.
so all right, for my Sunday shootout, Kansas City versus the Vikings. Obviously we got Pat Mahomes. We don't know who's gonna be the wide receiver. Sometimes it's Rice, sometimes it's Sky, but we always know Travis Kelce is going to be there. Pacheco is looking like one of them top running backs in the league this year. And that defense is actually stronger than thought. Like, that defense isn't really giving up as much. From the Vikings side, they obviously got a high power offense. They got, JJ, who is some say the best, some say second, but he's not going to get.
How could you ever think he was second? That's crazy.
I mean,
who's saying he's not the best?
Hey, we had somebody.
I know Tyreek's having a big year, but I mean,
we had somebody we had somebody on our panel last week when you wasn't here, K-Wall.
Devontae Adams is still the best receiver in the league.
Okay, so exactly. So I mean,
it hasn't changed.
I'll give you that. I thought you was gonna say something. I thought you was gonna say somebody else, but I'll give you that. It's like a 1A, 1B thing, man.
Yeah. So
1A, 1B.
They got JJ, they got Hawkinson, who is, one of the upper echelons of tight ends in the league. They got Addison, Osborne. They got a high-powered offense. Defense got a lot of holes in it. But what do y'all think about this game? Do y'all see it as a shootout, or do y'all see it?
I'm going against the grain. Because I feel like they are owed a fucking L this week after that bullshit that they got away with last week. Right? Come
on, you're taking my pick too, damn it!
No, it's fucking karma, bro. Karma is a real thing, and it's gonna happen. I taking the Vikings by points. I'm taking them to outscore them. They're not gonna be able to stop them on defense. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But I saw something when the Jets were playing Kansas City, right? Yeah, their defense is good. They have a good line or like that, but they're susceptible to everything like in the middle. You're not gonna get anything over the top. You're not gonna get anything, going to the boundaries. But if you can work in that middle area where Hawkinson feeds at, where you can put JJ anywhere. Addison didn't get any catches or targets last week. That's not gonna happen again. Madison, you got Cam Akers getting in the fold this week too, right there. And Kirk is a guy who can go out there and throw 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, maybe a pick or two, but keep his team within striking distance. So I'm going to take Minnesota. As long as the refs as long as the NFL is done with this Swifties and Swift and
Hey,
Kelsey
that
shit
shit
and pushing that.
crazy, ain't it?
That's what
That
I'm
shit
saying.
crazy.
The Minnesota's going to have to just outscore them. They're going to have to just outscore them. So I'm taking Minnesota.
I kind of wish I would have been able to speak first because I thought I was picking the sharp play of the week. But hey, man, give me Skull. Give me Skull. And I think they win by a touchdown. And here's the reason why. We go back to desperation mode. The Vikings are in desperation mode. They have to start winning and putting together 4 or 5 wins together to save the season, especially Kirk Cousins, because he's having a hell of a year. He wants to at least get to the playoffs. Kansas City, hey man, I'm not gonna lie, they don't look very scary right now. I mean, they had a couple like the Jets game, the Lions game, and they've had a kind of easy schedule. They've kind of stumbled a little bit. I don't know. Even the Jaguars game just didn't feel like it was that crazy. I'm not that scared of this team. And I think at home, Minnesota's defense can get a turnover or 2 out of this team. Not saying it's from Mahomes. I don't know if he throws a pick, but I can see Pacheco fumbling the ball at an untimely part.
No, we're not going to do that. All right.
What?
Gotta be somebody. There's all those people in the squad. You're going to pick it. Like, right. Yeah.
It's because, hey man, it's because this dude.
It'd be your own man's too. It'd be your own man, bro.
It's this dude.
All the motherfuckers that play for the Kansas City Chiefs. I can see Pacheco. You're not fumbling and untimely fashion.
It's because this man invites contact. Dudes like that, he invites contact, and it's just.
But he has ball security. He's not out there running with it one-handed. He invites contact because he's a violent runner. You know what I'm saying?
It couldn't have been Clyde. It couldn't have been McKinnon.
Clyde doesn't see the field.
Derrick Henry invites contact. He's got great ball security. Kamara doesn't shy away from contact. He's got great ball security. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
You can invite contact. You just got to have ball security. You know what I'm saying? It could be McKinnon. McKinnon, a pass could tip off his. It could be Tony. It could be all the losers in that wide receiver.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. If there was ever a time to go against the grain and try to make up some points, this might be it. So I'm gonna go with Kansas City in this game. Because at the same time, I feel like even if it's a close game, for some way, Minnesota will find a way to mess it up. And it's just been proven. Some way Kirk might throw an interception at the end, some way, and it just come down to coaching. So on the real, I feel like it's going to be a lot of points in this game, but at the end, I have more faith in Pat Mahomes getting them down there for that game-winning field goal or, again, a game-winning touchdown more than I have in Kirk. So I'm going Kansas City in this game. So hopefully, maybe I can get that one right. All right, so let's move on. Right now, we're looking at a Rookie of the Year candidate who's looking like he's leading it, looking like he could also be in the MVP conversation in CJ Stroud with Houston. That Houston team is actually, they're not there yet. They're like at least a year away where they need to bring in more pieces, get another year with D'Amico, get another year with Stroud, and they could be like an actual contender, especially in the division that they're in. We're seeing that Trevor Lawrence didn't take that step to like run in division from the jump this year. So, and then we got Atlanta on the other side who, defense is good. Desmond Ridder still look like he needs some time to grow.
Right.
Bijan is another person that could be in that conversation for Rookie of the Year. But, Kyle Pitts is like, I don't know why they drafted him just to like basically let him go to waste. Drake London, he had a good week last week. But what are y'all seeing out of this game, Houston versus Atlanta?
You like Houston?
I'm gonna take Houston.
Whoa.
I think they're building something in Houston. D'Amico, he's building something in Houston or like that, and he's got them guys playing above their abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come down to earth or whatever like that, yeah, then those will be the games and they're getting rolled. But right now they're playing well above their abilities. You know what I'm saying? And they're at the forefront of it all is their quarterback, how it should be, leading them. You know what I'm saying? Them guys are bought into it, and dude, Buddy looks good, bro. I don't see a bad thing on him. Like watching the tape, like the throws he makes, the poise he has in the pocket, on the run, whatever it be, like dude is smart. His IQ is probably got to be off the charts
And
when
it's
it comes to
crazy. That was the
football.
one thing that they questioned.
Yeah, the one thing that they question was his football IQ, but I mean, he doesn't put his guys and he don't lead them into getting blindsided. He puts them in great positions. His ball placement is perfect. You know, I just feel as though Atlanta is holding themselves back. If there's someone else at quarterback in Atlanta, it'd probably be the most explosive, one of the most explosive offenses in the league. Because it's not a talent that holding them back. It's the one thing I just said is leading the forefront for the Texans is their biggest enemy, is their quarterback. He holds the ball too long. He doesn't have great ball placement when he's throwing the ball. When he should throw it back shoulder, he's throwing it to the side where the defender's at. So those 50-50 balls are getting picked off now. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is on the receivers, waiting for the ball to come there rather than running to the ball. So I don't think they believe in themselves anymore. Atlanta, or like that. I think that luster in the beginning of the season when they started 2-0, or like that, has worn off. They're kind of getting exposed on offense, and that's really the best way to beat them is just score. And that's what Houston's been doing. Houston's been scoring on everybody.
So this game's in the ATL. And I actually really liked Atlanta's defense. I watched the whole London game last week, and Trevor and the Jaguars got a pretty decent squad. And that Atlanta defense held them in check for almost basically the whole game. I mean, really, the Jaguars, they could have got after it and won this game because the Atlanta's offense was terrible, throwing picks and whatever. But that Atlanta defense kept them all the way to the very end when Ritter finally did it again and lost in the game. But yeah, I think this is one of those, I wouldn't say humbling moments. This is one of those come down a little bit for the Texans. Like, all right, you guys have won, you played well, but you still have a lot to grow. And I like this Atlanta defense, and I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit more efficiently on the Texans than Jacksonville. Because say what you want about Jacksonville's defense, they are the number 2 team against running backs. I mean, you cannot run on that Jacksonville front. I don't know what it is, but there's one thing their defense is good about. So yeah, give me ATL, give me the Falcons.
I'm going with Houston in this game. I feel like yeah, Atlanta's defense is good, but that defense can only hold on so long. That offense is just not there. I don't know if it's like lack of creativity because they just want to run the ball, or if Desmond Ridder just not good enough, or whatever. It's just that Atlanta offense to me is not there, and I just feel like they're clicking right now. I feel like this is the time to show that, like, y'all may not be a team this year, but y'all could be a team going towards the future. Win games that are like 50-50 that y'all got a chance of winning. And I feel like, CJ Stroud is looking like he's ready to take that, like, just show people that he could be that quarterback of the future, that, I'll win games that I'm supposed to win and all that stuff. So I feel like Houston will take this win this week. All right. So we got a real good game. We'll wait on this game. We'll move on to the Monday game, right? So we got a game on Monday of Green Bay versus Vegas. Jordan Love, I don't know. Say what you want. I think Jordan Love is looking like, he's a competent quarterback going towards the future. That, they got a bunch of weapons with Watson, with Reed, with Dobbs. I think Aaron Jones is coming back for this game. And, the defense is decent. I mean, it's not special. And then for Vegas, on the Vegas side, is Garoppolo playing? Do y'all know?
No one knows.
All right,
I don't keep tabs on that squad.
all right. Well, we'll see as far as like.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, So if Garoppolo could be back, what about Devontae? The Devontae injury is not that serious.
Yeah,
He's
Garoppolo's good to go.
questionable.
He's good.
Okay. So Garoppolo will be back in this game.
Yeah, he's fully practiced or whatever yesterday.
Devontae,
Devontae returned to practice today
yeah.
too, so he's good to go.
Thank
Fine.
God, save my fantasy team.
and then
You know he wasn't missing this game.
Josh Jacobs finally had a week where he actually looked like that guy from last year. So in this game, I don't know what y'all seeing in this Monday night game.
You can go ahead, Howard. You can go first.
Boy, is this one tough to pick because I really don't love either one of these squads at all. But if I have to go with the Packers on the road, and I think Devontae Adams still has a hell of a game, but the Raiders are just so poorly coached. I mean, Josh McDaniels is awful. He's awful. The Chandler Jones saga, I'm still going to keep bringing it up, is just a complete failure in that organization. I don't think anyone wants to play there. I know Devontae Adams doesn't. We will be traded before the trade deadline. I promise you. Where he
Carolina?
goes, I don't know. I don't know, but he will.
You
be
said who?
Devontae Adams. He will not be on that team at the trade deadline. I promise
Carolina?
you. He said he wants to win. I'm not trying to throw shade.
Okay,
like,
wait. Pause
it
right there.
looks like
Where do you think?
Kansas City probably?
Where do you
which
think he
is-
goes? Where do you think he goes, and who can afford, even on a prorated deal for the rest of the year? Who do you think can afford to put that on their books?
It's got to be a contending team. They, you know what?
Rams?
Contender has money though, but what
It
contender
could
has
it
money
could
like
be the
that?
Rams. I think they have money and they have a serious need, and that's a good idea because I really don't think the Raiders could trade him to Kansas City, even if it was a great deal for them because they play him.
No,
yeah,
they play in
yeah,
the same conference. They
yeah,
try not to do that shit like
yeah.
that.
So you're right. I like the
about
Rams. That's a
Cleveland?
good call.
What about Cleveland as a number
No.
two? Next
No.
to
Who the hell wants to play with Deshaun Watson?
it's
right
not. It
now?
has nothing to do with Devontae's choice. It's like what they could get from somebody.
What about
'Cause he's going to
Detroit?
be traded.
Detroit's another one.
That'd be game changing because I like him on Raw.
I actually now that you said the Rams, like
an
everything
anchor?
just points there. Everything just points to the Rams.
I see.
But sure,
I see.
they don't have anything to offer really worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? All those years that's chasing the Super Bowl years, all those picks are from like
Give up
you know,
Tutu and fucking
no.
Tutu and a second round pick.
Hey man, why would I try to trade Tutu in the league? They don't want to look at him like that for Devontae. How about that,
I
Howard?
feel like something.
Tutu
I
for
feel like it had to
Devontae.
be. I feel like it had to be something catastrophic for them to do something like that. Like they got to be like 2-8 right before the deadline.
No,
or
well,
something
they're
like that.
about to be 2-8 because they're not winning this game. I really don't see too many. Do they play the Bears soon? Do they play the Commanders soon? Like there's like 5 teams they have a chance of beating right now because they're awful. I mean, they are just brutally bad. And I know they're at home, and I know they're going to play really hard for Devontae because he's one of the leaders and he's one of the best players in the league, and people like to play hard for them for these storylines. But the Packers, they've just got way more talent. Aaron Jones. AJ Dillon sucks, but we're not going to talk about that. Romeo Dobbs, he does. He sucks. Jordan Love, I think he's better. I give him a slight edge on Garoppolo, even though Garoppolo's been places. I just think he's a little bit more talented. They have the better coach, for sure, even though
Leaps and bounds.
yeah. And then defensively, way better. Not even close. Not even close. Yeah.
A defensive unit, not singular,
Yeah.
like one
So,
guy.
Give me Green Bay. I'm sorry, Devontae, but just do your thing still.
Well,
Yes, facts. I feel the same way. I feel like Devontae's gonna get his regardless. Maybe Jacobs gets it on the ground, but for all the same reasons Howard kind of alluded to. I just think like every position group, even down to the kickers, I think they just have a slight edge over them. So the only way the Packers lose this game is if the Packers beat themselves, really. You know what I'm saying? Because right now this Raiders team is not a cohesive unit. Like you said, they're not really well coached. But there's a chance that they could. Because it is the NFL, right? And they got exposed last week. You know what I'm saying? Coach looked terrible. Players are mad, frustrated. We always see those kind of games, right? They talk all that shit about the Bears, right? Blowing that lead to the Broncos, yada yada. What they came and smacked the Commanders at home the next week. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you taking? The
So-
Raiders?
I'm with
No,
y'all.
no, no, no. I'm not taking the Raiders. I'm taking the Packers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm
It's
taking
just-
Green Bay in this game because I feel like it's still gonna be like a closer game. I feel like it's gonna be like a closer game going into the fourth, but I feel like at the end of the day, the Packers are just a better team. All right, game of the week, Tom. And everybody knows it's no surprise what the game of the
We know
week
what the
is going to
game
be.
we
It's going to be Dallas versus San Francisco, a battle of defenses. This to me, one A. I don't know as far as defense on the offensive side. On the offensive side, that San Francisco team just got too many weapons. As far as McCaffrey, Debo is still a little hurt, but I'm assuming he's going to play. Kittle will be out there. Ayuk, obviously. And then on Dallas side, as long as Dak don't do anything stupid, they always got a chance, So from this game, what are you taking from it?
I'm gonna start this one off because I feel some type of way about this. So Dak Prescott in that interview saying, "Thanks for making me mad. Thanks for making me mad. I'm gonna remember that." Come on, bro. This team has handed you 2 L's in the playoffs. They're a far better team. Hell, right now, the only reason Dallas is winning games, it has nothing to do with their offense. Their offense looks average, above average at best. You know what I mean? Like, they really doesn't look that good. The red zone, they can't even score. They can't even score in the red zone. They're kicking field goals. And you're telling me that team is going to go up and outscore the 49ers against that 49ers defense? Hell no. Hell no. I don't care where the game's being played. 49ers offense, as long as CMC stays healthy, they're going to run that rock. And the play action game is going to work. Come on, Dak Prescott, know who you are. You're not that good. Give me the Niners. And it's in San Francisco. Sorry, Micah. I think you're probably the best defensive lineman in the game, but you don't have a chance. You have a prayer's chance against the Niners right now.
Yeah, I'm going San Fran too. It's just, yeah, the Dallas, they have an amazing defense. You know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn is doing a great job with that unit. You know what I'm saying? But for as many chess pieces that you think you have on defense, it's an entire lineup of straight kings on San Francisco. If you can, by some way fathomable, which no one has yet to do, make Brock Purdy throw the ball because you can't rely on Christian McCaffrey. Can't get none on the ground. Then you must conquer Christian McCaffrey in the air. If there's a way to take that away, you still got Debo running the ball. If Christian's not doing it, you got Debo to pass it to. You got Ayuk slicing folks week in and week out.
Ooh,
You got Kittle, who they haven't even unleashed Kittle yet. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me about that.
You have an excellent line anchored by Trent Williams. And then when the ball flips over, that front seven for the Niners is not, Fred Warner ain't letting Tony Pollard do nothing tomorrow on Sunday. What?
And they got Randy Gregory.
Zeke in his best form was getting bottled up by Fred Warner. I don't think Tony Pollard's all that much better than Zeke when Zeke was his age. You know what I'm saying? You got CeeDee Lamb. That's where the Dallas Cowboys is going to have to make their money on Sunday. If they are going to beat them, it's got to be through the secondary. Because surprisingly still, San Francisco's actually giving up a fuck ton of yards through the air. I think they're averaging like 220 something a week. They're giving up through the air on a minimum. So if you're going to beat them, it's a big if. If this is what you're going to do, it's Dak has to actually go out there and play like the bajillionaire quarterback that he is. He's going to beat them through the air. He's not going to do it on the ground. You're definitely not going to do it in the trenches or keep them quiet long. So you're going to have to throw. But the second you make a mistake, that's 7 points for the other team. That's points because it's like with the Bills and it's like with Miami. If you go down there and you go 0 and out, you don't score, that's points for the other team because they're scoring every single possession. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait real quick. Jerry, that's you? Jerry! I'm going Dallas Cowboys. Jerry just called me. He said we're going to take the Dallas Cowboys in this game because Michael Parsons is getting after Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is going to make some mistakes. You look, man, I hear all y'all saying. But at some point, you got to go against the grain, bro.
I'm telling you, this picks thing that we're doing is the devil.
Yeah,
because you're trying to catch us in games to get up on points. It's blinding you. Some of
No,
these picks is blinding you.
I'm actually this is the trap game that I'm actually going to go with. I feel like Dallas going to win this game. I like truthfully because
Hey, buddy, more power to you.
yo. To me, if San Francisco was going to lose a game, I feel like it'd be this game, either them or versus the Eagles, because this is the only defense that can actually compete with them, that can try to keep their points down. Yes, there's going to be scoring, but we're not going to say that. But if any team could keep them to 21 points, I feel like Dallas is the team. So
you think they're going to
20 points is a
score
lot.
21? You
huh?
think they're going to score 21? Dallas is going to score 21 points?
Yes, Dallas can score 21.
What? No. I thought you was talking about San Francisco when you said 21. I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. Dallas,
some teams,
that's what I'm saying.
I was going to say 21 points is a lot to teams like Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
You think they about to let them score 20 points on them?
Yo, they're going to get. I feel like they're going to get at least one touchdown off defense. And I think that can get. I think that can come.
You can't keep banking on that week in and week out, and that's what they're banking on.
Look,
is those scoring plays to the defense.
And this is what I'm gonna tell you, bro. I feel like it's going to.
What did Josh Dobbs do against Dallas?
He went off.
What you think? Josh Dobbs, James Conner went off. What you think San Francisco going to do to Dallas? And that's that same defense you're talking about, holding them to 21. Fuck, they couldn't even hold Josh
24 to 21. I'm going Dallas 24-21.
I got that written down somewhere.
Yeah, write that down.
24 to 21. I'm going Dallas. I feel like
the Dallas Cowboys beat them and they hold them under 21, take a bow.
Take a bow
because you called that shit. I don't see it happen. I really can't.
Look,
even as great as they played last week, because who did they play last week?
The Patriots.
Even as great as they played last week against the Patriots. Patriots still scratched some points.
3 points? What's 3 points?
Yeah, it was.
No, 40 to 3.
No. I take
You're
that.
Talking about, yeah.
Edit that part out. I think it's someone else. My bad.
40 to 3 plus 3 points. I feel like this team is clicking. I feel like this is the one team if any team is going to beat San Francisco, it's going to be Dallas. I feel like Dallas is ready. I feel like. I mean, look, man. Like you said,
all the teams that are clicking, this is the one that you think is the hottest.
Ooh.
No, I ain't gonna say the hottest. San Francisco is hotter than Dallas, but at the same time, I feel like Dallas can win this game.
No, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. But for the reasons that you're saying why they're gonna win it, I can't. This team is the most fraudulent good team in the league.
Is it?
If you take every team that's 3-1 and above, I'm telling you, Dallas is the most fraudulent one.
Look, a lot of teams win off their defense. I mean, I feel like Dak,
I know, but that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. You're not going to be able to rely on that every single week in and week out.
Look, man, okay, look, man, we'll see, bro. We'll see. They got to play the game.
That's why they put on prime time. That's why they put on prime time.
Yeah, they got to play the game. And to me, I feel like it's not even about the pick. I just feel like Dallas is going to win this game.
Ooh.
You want to clown Dak for getting mad? Dak is mad.
He'd be real mad at 12 o'clock Sunday too. real bad.
All right, let's get into our teams. All right, boom. We got K-Wall's Arizona Cardinals going against Cincinnati this week. What you got going on, K-Wall?
You know what's gonna happen, K-Wall. You know what's gonna happen.
You know what time it is? Cincinnati Bengals, baby. Joe Burrow said this is the healthiest he's felt. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Jamar Chase is due for a big game. T. Higgins. Is he playing this week or is he out?
They say he's up in the air if he'll play.
Yeah, he's got a fractured rib, so whatever. Fine. I really want to take Cincinnati. I really do. I really want to fucking take Cincinnati.
Hey, well,
I'm wearing this for a reason, baby. I'm going with the hometown team. This is another win that I'll sanction. I'll sanction a win like this. This one and Dallas one. I'm taking the Cardinals, man. I like what they got going. You insert somebody like Caleb Williams in there, but I don't think we lose a fucking game. Because you gotta look like this. They're playing, like I said earlier in the year. You gotta watch out for them because there's no pressure. There's no pressure on anyone in that team. Everything's brand new. First time for a lot of guys. First time for a lot of the head staff. This is just a feel it out year. See who's sticking around, who's not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's playing like their hair's on fire. Like they got something to lose. You know what I'm saying? For where they want to be next year. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely for that next.
I like what Josh Dobbs is doing. So Howard, I owe you an apology on the air. I laughed at you. I did. I laughed at you a lot. But Buddy is taking his opportunity and he's running with it. You know what I'm saying? James Conner looks good. I thought James Conner would have not. I didn't think he was still going to be on the Cardinals.
Yeah, I didn't
You know what
either.
I'm saying? I thought he was going to be playing football somewhere else, but he looks great. Hollywood is being steady Eddie, and that kid Mike Wilson, they might have something in him. I don't know. We got to see a little bit more from him, but I like what he's doing. And on defense, yeah, we're giving up points, but they're playing opportunistic. That's why they're getting burnt sometimes because they're trying to jump passing routes. They're playing real aggressive, but I don't believe Joe Burrow. Obviously, he's going to come out there and try and reassure himself and the fans that he's good to go. This is the best he's felt in weeks. How many times have we heard that before and somebody go out there and look like dog shit still? I think his calf injury is a lot more serious than they're leading on, but they don't want to shut him down because, yeah, they're still losing with him and they're being hurt. But could you imagine without him? They don't want to fathom the idea. They don't want to throw his season away because his team was built on him being on his rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of guys that they have that they're not going to be able to have next year once that money starts kicking in because they're going to pay Chase. They have to pay Chase. So it's the lesser of the two evils. You roll him out there hurt, and hopefully you could finesse yourself a couple wins, and he can heal as the weeks go on while he's playing. But you take him out of there, you're just signing a death warrant to lose. So yeah, I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah, damn it. You took my damn pick again. You know what? I looked at it, the lines plus 140 for the Cardinals, and Vegas already knows.
They know this is a trap.
Yeah, this is
a
a
trap.
trap
They
game.
give you a discount price on Cincinnati so you can go lose your money
Yeah.
because they know the Cardinals are going to keep this a lot closer.
It's in Arizona, which we all know is a pretty tough place to go play. Burger gets after it. And hey, Gaywell said that this is a young, really. This team's out for blood. They don't care. They're putting a name on themselves, and they're playing a team that is just a bunch of names that just thinks they're going to win games, and they're upset. And Joe Burrow, he shouldn't have played the last 2 weeks because they would have sat him for that Rams game. He probably would be healthy now going on forward.
Exactly.
But since they never sat him,
if they would have put him
sit.
on IR, right?
Yep.
They'd be still 1-3 right now, probably. And he'd be fully healthy for the rest of the year. But because you've foregone that, you know what I'm saying, his injury may be getting worse, you know what I'm saying, as it is, and you're still 1-3, but you might lose him down the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I get exactly what you're saying. That makes sense.
And you got a team like Arizona who, hey, they're out for blood. Joe Burrow hurt. Oh, we're gonna really hurt him.
Yeah.
And
that's
Josh Dobbs.
That's the risk you run. Yeah. Toting him out there every week on your franchise quarterback, someone that you're supposed to keep in bubble wrap. You're toting him out there.
Money they spent on him too.
Because you know what leads to a calf strain. It works its way down to your Achilles, and it don't take nothing for that thing to pop. You do that, now he's gone for some time next season too.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm going Arizona in this game. One name that you forgot to.
Oh, you picked one. There we go.
What do you mean? I was going Arizona. I write them down before. I write them down before anybody.
So you had Dallas before?
Yeah, I had Dallas before.
Oh shit!
I write it down before anybody. As soon as we go to the team, I write my team down. But what I'm gonna say is I'm going Arizona in this game because the name that you also forget that you did not mention is Zach Ertz.
Zach
Ertz is also looking very nice and Dobbs is a lot better quarterback than we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
He looks a lot more competitive. Honestly, if I'm Arizona, I'm not bringing Kyler back. There's no reason to bring him back. Looking at the scale of things, his contract is not that terrible. When you look at like a Daniel Jones contract, all that stuff, he's around that money. So looking at the scale of things, his contract is not super terrible. I'm looking for a team that might say, "Hey, man, we'll take on the risk, like in Atlanta or something."
Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly. That would take on the risk and go for Kyler. But all right, so we all got Arizona. All right, moving on. We got my Carolina Panthers going against the Detroit Lions. And I'm just gonna start this off with I'm staying in the fold. We got to win one game this year, and I know this may not be the game we probably won't, but hey man, we got to win one game, and I just feel like every week I'm probably just gonna stick with Carolina. So I'm picking with my heart, not my mind. So I'm gonna let y'all talk more from the mind.
Go ahead, Howard. You go first.
Hey, I really want to see my man's team win a game. But I don't know if this is the one that they get it on. I think they're gonna have to wait a couple more weeks for an opponent that is a little less talented. Because even the thing last year with Detroit was, hey, they got a great offense. So if you just stop the offense, you can win. But the defense, hey man, that defense is pretty good too now. With Aiden Hutchinson, the safety from Philadelphia, I can't remember Carter Johnson. Like they're making plays on both sides of the ball. They're an actual unit. Like they're not just a good offensive team. They're a good team. They're a good unit. They complement each other. And Carolina, I mean, they're just trying to figure things out. I think it's close right now. That it's plus 10 points. You're gonna give Carolina 10 points, which if you're a betting man, you take that all day. They're gonna cover that spread.
One more thing.
I gotta go with Detroit, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like Carolina, they have a good defense. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to. I don't think anyone has gone crazy passing on Carolina like that.
Nope.
Their defense actually holds up their own in the secondary. But where they can make their money is probably going to be on the ground. And the way they run their offense. So also, Amon-Ra's not playing this week, though.
They got Jamison Williams back.
So Williams back. Yeah. And you know they want to dial up something for that guy. They've been waiting on him for like 2 years now.
Same.
You know, you got Sam Laporta asserting themselves. You know, you got little supplementary guys like Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery. Seems like he's found new life. That offensive line is pound for pound probably the best in the entire league. You know, Jared Goff is limiting the turnovers. And on defense, like Howard said, on defense, bro. I mean, these guys are ballers on defense. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anyone go from what they were last year, giving up almost 300 all-purpose yards a game, to what they're doing now. Like he said, it's a unit. You know what I'm saying? It's a pound for pound, probably like top 5 defense in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't put a lot of other teams above them. Like they're doing their thing, keeping the team in the game when it goes on offense. And I know there is a path that they make this game really competitive, but I could see them getting blown the fuck out too.
Like I said, this is more heart over mind, because if I was to really think about this game, Aiden Hutchinson probably about to have him a field day. Yeah, I see him at least getting 3 sacks in this game. And
I'm going
we just cannot move.
Not Minnesota.
Huh?
Detroit. Sorry, I'm going Detroit.
Yeah. And we just can't move the ball. We're not moving the ball downfield. So, like I said, this is more just a heart over mind pick. But
I've been there. I feel you.
Yeah. So, all right, we got Buffalo
every week. Every week.
We got Buffalo versus the Jags. Obviously, that Buffalo team, legit. That defense is legit. That's a team. And then we got the Jaguars, who the start of the season been very disappointing. So Howard, what you got on your Buffalo versus Jags?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tougher game than a lot of people think. Right now, the line's closer. It's closing in. It's only 5.5 points favorites for the Bills. It's closed in. It started at 6, but it's gonna be a tough game emotionally. No Tre'Davious White, unfortunately. The dude finally comes back to form. He fucking pops his Achilles.
I feel like he's been hurt for like 3 years now.
That shit really hurt me because he finally started playing well, but we get Vaughn back. Greg Rousseau is not playing. That kind of hurts. But I mean, we got Vaughn, we got Leonard Floyd. The dogs are starting. Yeah, AJ, the dogs are looking good. The defense looks good. The offense is clicking at a fucking historic rate right now. It's beautiful. We're actually running the ball. We're throwing the ball. We're not even taking shots down deep. It's great. And the one thing Jacksonville's defense is susceptible against is the pass. So I like us. I think it's a closer game. The Jags definitely have a little bit of advantage from being over there for 2 weeks now. But yeah, give me the Bills. I think it's a 31-20 game. I think our defense is going to be able to kind of stymie Trevor a little bit. So it can be 31-20 Bills. Hey, Wall, what you gonna do?
Yeah, man. You got to give them their respect, though. That defense of the Bills holding a team like Miami to 20. You know what I'm saying? Slowing them down when they were steamrolling, folks. Yeah, the Tre'Davious White thing kind of sucks because I felt like the defense as a whole is a great team, but I feel like that X factor in that secondary, these past couple these AFC championship runs that they've been on, he would have been greatly appreciated being out there ball hawking. You do lose Greg Rousseau. That's big because he's playing pretty well too. But you get Von Miller back. We don't know if they're gonna just unleash him completely, or he's gonna be in a rotation. You know what I'm saying? Because you really want to keep him. I feel like they can win this game without him. You know what I'm saying? You want to get him some snaps though. Offensive wise, for the same thing we said about the San Francisco game, if there is a team that you have to score every drive on when they're playing like this, it's like that is the Bills. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think the Jags is. So what I've watched from Trevor Lawrence is he's having an excellent year. He's having a great year. The passes he's making, he's seeing things like that. His receivers are letting him down though. I tallied it up before we did the show, right? Zay Jones has dropped 3 passes, 3 legit touchdown passes, right? Calvin Ridley has dropped 4 touchdown passes, 7 passes altogether. You know what I'm saying? Christian Kirk has I think he has 2 drops or something like that. So a lot of the Trevor's numbers could be a little bit more inflated than what they are, but his guys aren't doing it. And this ain't a team you could be dropping touchdown passes on. You know what I'm saying? Can't be dropping touchdown passes, can't not be moving the chains. And I just think they're just going to be a little bit overmatched in this one. A little bit overmatched. The defense ain't as nasty as I thought it was. Yeah, the run game, James Cook is going to have a tough time.
Yeah,
he's going to have a tough time this week. But, I mean, that's what Josh Allen wants. If they can't run the ball, then he's going to be happy because he could just go out there and drop darts all day long. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Bills will ever be in any kind of serious danger of losing. I think they might linger around, but they'll pull away. It just takes one. And so this week, I'm going to take the Jags. I mean, I'm going to take the Bills. My heart's speaking, but my mind's telling me to take the Bills.
I'm in the fold with y'all. I'm definitely going Buffalo in this game. It just, I don't know. That offense. I mean, I believe Evan Ingram is looking decent this year. But other than that, Calvin Ridley, it's I don't understand. He was supposed to be this top guy, but it still looked like Christian Kirk is the top guy. Zay Jones looked decent. I think they're supposed to get him back in this game, but at the same time, that Buffalo team, it's just nice. And then Gabe Davis called a touchdown in the past 2-3 games or so. So 3 straight. So Gabe Davis getting involved. We're still waiting on Kincaid, but they don't necessarily need him. Right?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into our quick hitters right now. So, the end off the show, Tennessee, Indianapolis. What do y'all got on that?
Tennessee. Give me Vrabel.
Where is it at? Tennessee or Indianapolis?
It's in Indy, right?
Yeah.
Is it Lucas?
Yeah, it's in Indy.
I'm gonna take Indianapolis with Jonathan Taylor coming back.
That shit crazy.
I'm gonna take Indy on this one.
Yeah, I'm saying in the fold with Indy on this one. All right, we got Giants versus Miami.
It's a divisional game, Howard. You know anything can happen in divisional games.
Yeah. Miami. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, you don't stand a chance.
Miami by 1,000.
They're gonna get 70 again tonight.
Yeah, Miami is. This Giants team is terrible. Well, y'all got final thoughts on this upcoming week?
I'm sweeping the board.
I'm
sweeping the board.
I do have a little poll going out there because I've been having an argument with someone. What? A poll? Like we're gonna have a little poll for everyone. I've been having an argument with someone about Daniel Jones. Don't get me wrong, he's not a good or great quarterback, but I don't think it's very fair to put all this blame on Daniel Jones.
Why not?
Why?
Fuck him.
Look at the damn team that's out there, bro. I mean, so I polled everyone else.
What about the team this year is different from what they rolled out last year? Last year, their wide receiver room was worse than it was this year.
Yeah. Well, I missed one game.
They think they're better than what they actually are. They're not that good on defense.
I just don't feel like I
don't know what it was or what they were conjuring up or whatever like that. But they were I don't know. They were getting by getting by. I don't know. But this year they're getting exposed.
I don't feel like all
because
the blame
not that
on
good.
Daniel Jones. No. But real quick, I missed one game. Philly versus Rams.
Ooh, give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams too.
Hey man,
Cooper Kupp's coming back, dog. Cooper Kupp's coming back this game, and it's in LA too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Commanders who just got stomped on by the Bears took this team to deep waters or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts is playing well, but I think he's coming off of a Super Bowl hangover a little bit, But I mean, AJ Brown could take this game over, and this defense could honestly put the Rams out of their misery. But I'm gonna take the Rams
Definitely.
because Howard's on them too.
Definitely. All right. Well, it's been
Them
another
picks up, boy.
this has been another great episode. Obviously we'll see next week what we're looking like. Right now, Howard's running the board as far as the picks are going. But like I said, another great episode of Staying Balanced. I'm Corey P signing off for Howard and K-Wall. Good night.
Good night.
Peace.